Hey there, it's Heidi, and I am going to be doing a KiwiCo unboxing for our subscriptions from Atlas Crate, Eureka Crate, and Yummy Crate. We are a homeschooling family, and for one school year, we ordered 12 months of KiwiCo subscriptions. These were great for filling in as far as science and math and just all of the things. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clear this away, and we will start with the Atlas Crate. The box we're going to open is our Atlas Crate subscription. This is for ages 6 and up. These are for different countries. I do believe they also have a subscription where you can do just the US, but for us this worked. So this one is for Peru. In it we will make an alpaca, weave a blanket, play sapo, and explore Peru. So we're just gonna move that to the side. We have our little packet here. We have some project kits, and we have all the goodies we need for our projects. This looks like fun. So the first thing we have here is make your own blanket kit and hat, weave on a loom. Probably should have done the alpaca one first, but that's okay. So to make this hat, we will need some colored yarn, a plastic ring that I'm assuming is in here. Yep. So the plastic ring is right here, and pipe cleaner, which is here. And then from home, you need a ruler and some scissors. So it gives you all of the steps on how to make the things. So it talks about, once you've made your alpaca. So you need to make the alpaca first. We'll get to that in just a minute. But this is to make the blanket. So it says we need a wooden loom, which is this piece here. It's like a pressed particle board. The yarn. It says a paper rectangle, which is here in this package. A comb, which looks like that. The pipe cleaners, and sticky foam, which is also in this package here. So we're going a little out of order, but essentially you make the alpaca, then you make this blanket, and then you make the hat. So it just talks about the different ways that you're going to string the yarns to get that done. And then it gives you a little did you know section about, it's got like a picture of a hat. It's got an aguayo. They have pronunciation here, so I'm reading that, aguayo, for holding your baby, your child carrier. And then it talks about making yarn to make cloth. So we'll put that guy in there. And we're gonna skip over to our make your mini alpaca. And that includes your alpaca pieces. It's gonna go in there. So we've got behind the silica gel, we've got some alpaca pieces. It's like a body and some legs. More sticky foam pieces. These here. Oops, I'm out of frame. I don't know if I showed you those correctly or not. So yeah, the alpaca body, the alpaca legs, and then fluffy yarn. It's very fluffy. So it just talks about how to attach the legs, and then you're essentially wrapping the alpaca in your fluffy yarn. And then it has a little did you know section. Peru is home to alpacas and llamas. They are both cousins to camels, but there are some important differences. And then it just talks about the two. And finally, we have our play Juego de Sapo, I'm guessing, because I think in Spanish the J makes an H sound. If I'm wrong, I apologize. The toad game. Can you toss a coin in the toad's mouth? Oh, that looks like so much fun. So you get a plastic tray with a paper sheet that's supposed to look like water, it looks like. And then you have some dowels and some wooden pieces. And then you have a whole little packet here of paper shapes for your frog pieces and some lily pads, sticky foam shapes. There's some coins, clear rings, brads, and then at home you need paper and pencil. Let me get those out of my way for a second. Sapo means toad. This game has its roots in Peruvian folklore. Cool. So it just gives you instructions how to build the game, and then once it's built, how to play the game. It looks like fun. It's like a little like coin toss kind of thing, like at a carnival. And then they do have a did you know section about in Peru, sapo is played with coins and a toad made of heavy gold-colored brass. So there's some different information about that. It's getting hot in my garage and I don't want to turn on the air conditioner because it's loud and it makes noise. Hola, this means hello. So here we have our little packet. It's like our travel packet from afar. Discover Peru. Boop. And we have our Peru sticker. Stickers or what? But in this crate, we will discover Peru with Anya and Milo, make a fluffy alpaca friend, weave a mini blanket with matching chulo hat, create your own Nazca line art, learn about Machu Picchu, play the game of Sapo, and cook some sweet quinoa con leche. I think I'm pronouncing that right, but we'll see. So it has some really pretty pictures of the rainforest and the Rainbow Mountains, and then you've got a word find, and then Plaza Mayor in Lima. Really cool. So you get these kind of cards and they go into a book, and we've got introducing Peru. So you've got some information about the country and a little more stuff. Then you get the journal, which is 4 days of kind of like postcardy greetings from Anya and Milo and their travels in Peru. And then we have some explore cards, exploring alpacas, with information about that. Machu Picchu, some information there. Nazca lines, this is a do card, so this is a art project. I do like that they include art projects in these sets. So they give you all the things that you need to create these Nazca line art projects. And then the quinoa con leche, which is quinoa milk pudding. So the recipe here. And I will be doing a video. I think I say this in every video. I will do a follow-up video once I am done unboxing all 12 months of these subscriptions. But the Atlas Crate did come with kind of a binder to put all of these cards into. So that'll be nice because I'll have something to show at the end. And I would like for my daughter and I to do at least half of the recipes, just so that I can give a good review of if we liked them or not. I'm not a big one for spicy things, so I do tend to adjust for that, but I think most of them have been fairly kid-friendly that I've seen. So again, this is our Atlas Crate. This is for ages 6 and up. Peru, make an alpaca, weave a blanket, play Sapo, and explore Peru. I'm going to put this in here. I actually forgot in the first part of the video for the Atlas Crate. With our subscription, we went ahead and did the upgrade for the additional book. So with our subscriptions, it also included, usually it's a picture book, which looks like that's what this is. My kids are a little bit older, even when we were getting this subscription, They were a little bit older than most of the books. This one looks like a children's book, which it's fine. It's ages 6 and up, so that works. But I do wish that KiwiCo gave you the option of maybe putting in an age range, because this book doesn't really work for us. I mean, I could, my kids could read it, but it's not going to be challenging to them. So I know I'm not going to pronounce this right. I don't want to insult anyone. So we're just going to read an Inca Trail adventure. So it's very bright. It's very colorful. Discover the messenger system used by Inca in this heartwarming adventure. Includes notes on the Inca Trail, the Inca Empire, Quechua language, and more. I feel like I need a big disclaimer at the beginning of every video apologizing that I don't pronounce things correctly. But I do try. I'm not doing it to be insensitive or anything. So you've got a little bit about the authors. It has, is this the, yeah, illustrator. They're beautiful drawings. But I'm just going to flip through very quickly, because if you do like this look of this book, I suggest you reach out and go ahead and purchase one. Barefoot Books, Step Inside a Story, barefootbooks.com. So that is the book that they included with our Atlas Crate subscription. Is our Eureka Crate. I believe the Eureka Crate is for ages, it's either 12 and up or 14 and up. Usually you build a project. Unfortunately, my daughter went ahead and built this one, and either I thought I had recorded the video or I just forgot that I was going to record the video, but she threw away the box and all of the other parts. But we did keep the project that she made, which is a little bit dusty, and the maker guide. So I'm going to put this away for just a minute, and we're just going to look at the maker guide, and then we will look at the actual project. I think this is the first video that I've actually had the project in front of me. So, talks about what's in the booklet. This little sweeper obviously got its roots from the carpet sweeper. They show an image of a patent for a street sweeper from 1902. Very cool. It gives you a list of all of the parts that are included. I do love that they include a screwdriver in their kits. If your family is like mine, screwdrivers always seem to disappear. I have a ton of them and they just poof, be gone. So in this guide, we have 5 things: clever cleaning technology, some build sections. What's that stuff? Dust. I don't know if I want to look at that. Some more build sections. And then you've got behind the design, science, history, and design challenge. So I do have to say, although I don't love all of the Eureka Crate projects, I do love that they incorporate science and history, and there's math and obviously language arts when you're reading. So these are great STEM projects. And you can build on these, or you could just add these sorts of things to your lesson plans already if you are a teacher, or like me, a homeschool teacher. So it talks about 5 things you didn't know about clever cleaning technology. So we've got something about a laser-equipped vacuum cleaner, mini washing machine. The hamster ball inspired the robot vacuum, a cleaning wand, squeaky clean static electricity, and sweeping in space. So I worked for 10 years, a little over 10 years, in heating and air conditioning for my dad's company, and he's done heating and air my entire life, so it was a long time, let's say. There are some really cool filter systems that use kind of a static electricity way to get the dust to cling to your filters. So it's neat. There are a few of them out there that are really, really great, especially, you know, if you have asthma or allergies, that sort of thing. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just saying it's a great way that these kits cross over into other areas of life. And if you are a homeschool parent, if you're a science teacher, if you are just doing a co-op, these are great because you can cross them over and it will inspire new interests for students, children, maybe even some adults. So you've got your build section where it does talk step by step about how to build, attaching the motors. So some of these, I don't think all of them, but some of them do have electrical components to these kits. So I know that my oldest daughter who does these, she has built quite a few things with electronic components. I totally trust her with them. It's usually just a battery pack, but I would say, you know, watch your child the first time or two and always look at the kits beforehand, because that is what a good parent does. So again, more build section. I'm just going to kind of skip through some of the build. This is a lot of build. Building the brush roller. And then it talks about dust. Dust is not my friend. And then it talks about finishing. Oh, there's a dustbin. I did not know there was a dustbin. I turned this on for the first time a week ago. I don't know that it works very well, but maybe it does. Here's a little piece of trash. All right. So, and it talks about how to use your electric sweeper. Again, we have the troubleshooting, which I will repeat in every single video. Troubleshooting is amazing. Any type of machinery, any type of product that has working parts should include a troubleshooting section. Every child and adult should learn to troubleshoot, period. End of all conversations. It's just a thing. It will actually save you lots of time and money. So you've got your behind the scenes section. It tells you how many different things kind of went into this sweeper. There were 12 test motors destroyed. That's kind of fun. They spent 15 hours sweeping their workshop. I mean, there's more information, but I don't want to read all of it. And then we've got information about putting the science to work, circuit diagrams. That's cool. Vacuum victories. When I was younger, my parents had this like canister vacuum. We're talking like late 70s. And I loved that machine. This sort of reminds me of it. It worked so well that they kept it basically forever. Even after they got divorced, my mom kept it, and she let me have it when I moved into my first apartment. And it wasn't until I got my first house that my husband finally was like, we need to get rid of this. But if I could go back in time, I would have fought harder because that vacuum worked so much better than so many vacuums we have purchased over the years. So just saying, if it ain't broke, don't replace it. Then you've got your design challenge for cleaning solutions, and it just gives you ideas to really get your kids thinking about other ways to do whatever the project is. So cleaning up messes, that sort of thing. And then on the back here, we have the Connect with Us information for KiwiCo and Eureka Crate. They can be found on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Pinterest. So this is the actual machine. Yeah, it's a little bit loud. I don't know where the dustpan is. And this is where sometimes I kind of wonder, did she put them together correctly? How to use your electric sweeper. Empty the dustbin. So this, oh, there we go. Okay. Huh? So that right there, I think, is how we empty it. It's just supposed to collect at the top here. But you push down on this lever here, and it all goes. I don't know if it would actually pick anything up. Here, I've got a little ribbon here. Oh, well, there, yeah. It just kind of wound it around for a while. So who knows? It might work for, you know, picking up a few little things. I'm not really sure. I don't have enough on my desk, unfortunately, to do a full trial on that. But I would say that this was one of the projects that actually worked the best. It's not the project that worked the best, but it does work for all intents and purposes. So that is our Eureka Crate for the electric sweeper. Again, these are from KiwiCo, and I believe that Eureka Crate, it's either 12 and up or 14 and up. This video and one other were the only two where I didn't have the box, so you can check any of the other videos in my playlist and it will tell you more information. If you haven't already taken a peek at the first video in this playlist, it includes 9 unboxings. So it is a really long video, but I do break down pricing, and that one does have a, you can go through and you can just fast forward to the part where I talk about pricing if that's what you're interested in. So I'm gonna clean this up and I'll be right back with the Yummy Crate. All right, and we are finishing up with our Yummy Crate. This one is for ages 6 and up. It is called Smooth and Saucy, Pasta Salad Vinaigrette, and more marvelous mixtures. The tape is giving me some shine, so I couldn't read it. So let's open this up. All right, so first we have our little folder with all of our information, and then we have fizzy tablets. Oh, this will be fun. Okay. So again, smooth and saucy, pasta salad vinaigrette, and more I don't know why I can't say marvelous mixtures. Let's get cooking. And we've got our cute little sticker here, hummus a happy tune. We've got our recipes on this side and our grown-up information on this side. So we're going to start over here. In this crate, explore marvelous emulsions. Toss pasta salad in homemade vinaigrette. Spread awesome aioli on a DIY BLT. Blend some diptastic hummus. Make golden clarified butter. Create a colorful chemical reaction with oil and water. And discover how to get unmixable ingredients to mix. So, we start out with our Dear Grown-Up Sous Chef letter. This is just for the parent to give you an idea of the different projects you're going to be doing. And it gives you grocery lists for things that you're going to need, as well as activity materials and any add-ons. It will tell you to look at the cards for those. It also gives you suggested ingredient substitutions for vegetarian, vegan, dairy-free, gluten-free, and nut-free. All of these recipes are nut-free, so that's good. So the first little card here, these are kind of activity cards, and then these are the recipe cards. So this first activity card is making clarified butter, break an emulsion and discover liquid gold. Keep your popcorn crisp and buttery with this recipe. Well, that's good to know because we have a popcorn maker that I don't use because I really like buttered popcorn. But when I put butter on my popcorn, it gets really gooey and I don't like that. So it tells you what you're going to need. So they're actually telling you if you're not like me and you don't have a popcorn popper, you can actually use 1/3 of a cup of popcorn kernels and a paper lunch bag. But it gives you all the things that you need. How do you make butter even better? In my opinion, you add salt. But you're going to separate the butter. It talks about what happened and then making the buttered popcorn. So in this, it looks like you're putting the butter on when it goes, I don't know. No, you're putting the butter on after it's done. Yeah. So that's okay. And then it gives you some tasty tidbits. And then we have create a bubble bottle. Get fizzy with oil and water. Watch bubbles dance to the top in this chemical reaction. Oh, so that's probably where we're, yeah. So they give you this clear bottle and fizzy tablets. I don't know how many is in here, but there are a lot. There are quite a few fizzy tablets in this bag here. So that's nice because you could do this a few times maybe. I don't know how many you need, so we'll get there in a minute. What you'll also need from home, a liquid measuring cup, water, oil, and some drops of food coloring. So when can you put two liquids in the same glass but still keep them separate? When they are oil and water. So there's that. And it talks about you fill your bottle, what happened, how to make bubbles, and explore more. I wonder if they talk about, yeah. So in the tasty tidbits on the back, it does talk about like your lava lamp. Or maybe you don't have a lava lamp. I have a lava lamp that is not actually a lava lamp. It's got glitter in it, but it's the same general idea. I used to have a lava lamp when I was younger because they're cool. Yummy Zine, explore emulsions. So in here we have Ginger and Barley's restaurant, the separation situation. So it's just kind of a little story, comic, what have you. Then you have explore emulsions, the secret to marvelous mixtures like smooth salad dressings, creamy sauces, and good old mayonnaise. So that's the science of it. Chew on this, spice up your table conversation with tasty questions and satisfying answers. So question and answer. Chronicle of a condiment. So I was born in the late 70s and I grew up in the 80s, like my childhood essentially was in the 80s. And we used to have Saturday morning cartoons, which were the greatest. And there was this commercial of this yellow blobby dude that was always in the kitchen. And I remember he had this little commercial-y song about don't drench your food in ketchup or mustard or goo. That's what this gives me is, 80s vibes. So it talks about, the history of condiments, essentially. We have our chef surprise, which is a fill in the blank and then a word find. And then it just talks about more information that you can find about science, food, and fun from KiwiCo. And they are on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Pinterest. So there's all the ways to connect. So when I recorded these videos, I am recording them out of order as far as when I received them. This is an older kit because it has this like folder and it has 3 recipes. Some of the newer kits that I got did not have this folder and they only have 2 recipes. I'm a fan of the older ones, I'm just saying. So for this first recipe, we have pasta salad vinaigrette. I love Italian pasta salad. I make it all the time. I don't even put veggies in it. It's just, I'm basic. We put we put pasta and we put Italian dressing. But recently, I threw away a ton of dressings because they were so expired, and I noticed we're not really eating dressings as much. So I think this will be nice because I can make smaller batches of fresher dressings, and then we won't have that problem of waste. So this makes 4 servings, 20-minute prep time, and 20-minute cook time. It does say it is a medium difficulty level, and the skills involve the stovetop and a knife. So it talks about gathering your tools. What's included is your shaker bottle with whisk ball. So you have this shaker bottle here, so you can put the lid on it, or you can put it like that, essentially. We're gonna put the lid on, and then you've got the shaker ball, which does actually fit in there. And those are great because then like you put your stuff in and it mixes it up, but then like later on it also mixes it up. Hopefully that wasn't super loud. And then it talks about the ingredients you're gonna need. So it's just salad ingredients. Boil and shake. So you've got your recipe here, how to make the dressing. What have we got? Olive oil, red wine vinegar, emulsifiers like honey, Dijon mustard, salt, and pepper. That's not bad. Then you drain and chop, dress and toss. So that looks like a really good pasta salad, in my opinion. You've got tomatoes, cucumbers, spinach, feta, some chicken. I'm not a fan of pitted olives. My kids don't like olives at all, but I like black olives. So there's that. And then you have your back section where you can add some customization. So you could add ham, sun-dried tomatoes, avocado, basil, diced peppers, arugula, pine nuts, and or mozzarella balls. Fresh mozzarella is really delicious. Just saying. So this one is a BLT with basil aioli. Makes 4 sandwiches. Prep time is 10 minutes. Cook time is 25 minutes. Difficulty is medium, and the skills are the oven. Okay, so I'm going to flip to the back on this one because you want to gather your tools and get your ingredients for your sandwich. And then it just talks about making, first you're going to make your aioli, and then you're going to cook your bacon and put together your sandwiches. In this recipe, they're talking about baking the bacon in your oven. I never like that, but I like really, really crunchy bacon, so maybe that's why. But we're a big BLT family. My husband used to always get turkey bacon, which I'm not a huge fan. Like, if I want bacon, I want bacon. But like when we got the turkey bacon, it would be so like almost burnt because that's how I had to eat it. It had to be like crazy, crazy crunchy. I'm not a fan of hummus. I'm just not. My kids used to like it, and then I don't know, nobody else ate it, so we stopped getting it. But I have a ton of cans of chickpeas, so I may make it and then see if anybody likes it anymore. I've seen a recipe somewhere for chocolate hummus. That had me questioning life, but whatever. So this makes about 1 cup. The prep time is 10 minutes. It is an easy recipe, and the skills are measuring, blending, and using a knife. And again, we're going to flip to the back. So those are the tools you're going to gather. These are your ingredients. Are chickpeas the same as garbanzo beans? I don't know. We'll figure that one out. Or if you know, drop a comment. So it talks about how to prep the ingredients to make your hummus. I recently found my lemon juicer in a garage sale box. We took it out and cleaned it up because every time I put it in the garage sale box, a month later, we need it for something. I don't know what the deal is with that. And then it just talks about you blend it up and you serve it, and different things you can serve with it, like toast or crackers, pita chips, celery, carrots, and then potentially chopped herbs. So again, I like this folder version better. I like the fact that it comes with 3 recipe cards, but I've been over the KiwiCo website. I wish they offered some kind of a binder or a box for these recipe cards. There was no like easy storage kind of situation for these. I have older kids, and I like to cook. I'm not a fantastic cook. I do like to cook. So for these recipe cards, I don't really have a place for them, which is unfortunate. They're just going to end up in a drawer, and then it's not easy to find them. You'll have to shuffle through them. But maybe that's just a me problem. But if KiwiCo ever wants to watch one of these videos, maybe make an add-on, like a box or some sort of a holder for them so that they're easier to flip through and store. Anyway, this is the Yummy Crate from KiwiCo for ages 6 and up. This particular box is Smooth and Saucy. It is the pasta salad vinaigrette and more marvelous mixtures. I wanted to thank you for hanging out with me today. If you liked this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you would like to see more, and hit that bell for notifications when I go live or when I upload new content. Thanks again, and we'll hang out again soon.